A lot of world champions, and Matt Wilkinson makes it official by wearing yellow. Top of the Jeep leaderboard heading into J-Bay. This one is a heat with Dusty Payne and Adriano de Souza for a chance to take on Gabriel Medina into the final series. Waves are absolutely magical. A real special storybook day here at Cloudbreak.
But he gets another shot, and I'm sure he's not going to be too disappointed about surfing Cloudbreak again.
Now watching this, the first wave taken by de Souza. Perfect positioning and just popping out free. Nice clean exit. Now he's hoping to make this little inside low road double up. It's going to close out. So he's out of there. Now that gives room for Dusty Payne to start. Couple of big drives. He lays back. Will he recover? The wave spits without the surfer from Maui. You can see he's trying to play catch up, and will just mind surf the rest of this wave through shish kebabs. Now Dusty popping up. See how perfect it is today.
This is pretty much as good as it gets, really.
Dusty Payne paddling out. He's wearing the red next to de Souza.
27 minutes remaining.
Both battling for priority now.
Adriano de Souza, a 6-1-7. A 6-1-7. First priority.
Dusty de Souza have this one just slip underneath them.
First priority.
One of the best left-handers in the world. Some of these surfers call it the best wave on the planet. Scores now in from the first exchange. De Souza 6-1-7. Dusty Payne just a 1.0. Dusty was able to regain priority though.
Yeah, interesting right there. I mean, both guys arrived in the lineup at the same time, kind of. We've obviously got a different kind of view from where the judges are sitting. We've got a judge that specifically keeps an eye on priority. Let's have a look at de Souza's first wave. Grabs the rail straight into the barrel. Beautiful positioning and timing right there from Adriano de Souza. That's going to give him a lot of confidence moving forward. 6-1-7. In today's action, that's not even a backup, Joe.
Now watching Dusty. What went wrong here, Potts?
Well, you know, Dusty just tried to do that no grab tube sort of prowess that John and Kelly have. Just goes to show how difficult that is. Dusty Payne is no slouch, let me tell you, but he had to drive through that section. There was no point grabbing the rail.
More waves on the way. Dusty making a big effort for this wave with priority, so he has to go at this point. He'll lock in and try to recover, and he ends up stepping off. So two real quick rides for Payne at this stage. De Souza back to priority and still has the lead. Yeah,
this is playing right into the hands of Adriano de Souza. You know, Dusty's got to be on the good ones if he's going to beat de Souza. Because, you know, Adriano's going to wait right now. He's going to make sure that this next one's going to be a good one.
He got a solid barrel in the heat this morning, right behind Gabriel Medina's 10-point ride. Now looking back to this one, Dusty looking to recover. Big drawn out bottom turn, slams on the brakes right in the barrel and gets blown out. That had to feel amazing for the surfer from Maui. His best wave so far on comeback against Adriano.
Yeah, that was a step in the right direction for sure. A couple of quick wipeouts on wave 1 and 2. And then finally gets an exit. So Dusty get himself back in the heat. De Souza with a little bit of a roll in, Joe.
He'll use that whitewater just to stand up nice and easy, fading bottom turn. Now it's getting hollow around him, but it takes down the world champ. So a few wipeouts in this matchup to kick things off. The high number still de Souza's start of a 6-1-7, but waiting on a couple of numbers to lock in the screen. Remember, a quarterfinal berth is on the line. The winner of this matchup takes on Gabriel Medina in that first quarterfinal. Conditions like this, with Medina being a former world champ, former event champ, is he beatable in conditions like this?
Just shut down at the end there, so good move. Bit of a slow heat right now. 6.17, the highest score. De Souza with the lead.
Here comes Adriano, stretching this one out and kicks out quickly. You can just hear it thundering from out the back. The locals call it Kula Kula Mailani, meaning thundercloud. This crazy reef pass went unridden for years.
We've taken a little break, it looks like, the swell. There's still some good waves, but definitely a little slow up in the pump as Adriano comes off the bottom straight up into the bowl. Big hack right there. See what he's got out here. Another one into the bowl right there. So surfing really strong, coming to the inside again for another third. Christmas trees out the back, spray everywhere. and he's going to finish off on the inside and get back on that ski. So I think what's happening here is that, you know, she's taking a little break. We got the low tide. It was about an hour ago, so it's just on the other side of pushing back in, and we'll start to see the waves pump again, I believe, here in the next, you know, in this heat. We'll start to see another pulse, and then on through the rest of the day. It's just going to have a good time out here on the reef.
Thanks, Strider. Well, from your angle, all those 10s we've seen and amazing rides. We'll get back to that with Strider in a moment as we look back on the wave for Adriano de Souza. What do you think here, Potts?
Yeah, nice clean surfing from Adriano de Souza. Looking to try and back up that 617. You know, this is a good move from him. We talk about how he competes very smartly. I mean, this is exactly what he needs to do, is just get a couple of good scores on the board. Just increase that scoreline. Dusty at the moment just needing a 2.48, so that's going to get pushed out a little further. And this is that gritty performances that he knows. Like he's sort of looking at the lineup saying, okay, it's slowed down. You know, maybe no more barrels on offer for the next half an hour or so. So let's just get down to business and get a couple of waves under my belt. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Dusty thinking about making a move. De Souza now late takeoff, slides right into the barrel, trying to get deep enough to get a big score. Stays in vision till now, completely disappears and gets shot out. And De Souza hops out of there, looking to improve on a 5.17. 6 minutes to go. Strider, this one's been relatively quiet. What's been your take on the positioning with Dusty and De Souza in this matchup?
Yeah, the boys, you know what? They're just out of position. I've seen some amazing waves rolling through. When that big lull happened, I think it kind of threw them off, and they ended up kind of further down the reef on the inside more than they wanted to be. And out the back, there's been just some beautiful waves rolling through. So I really think that, you know, they need to reset, get back on the peak into the bowl where they need to be. Now that Dusty's got some space, he might find one on his own out the back.
Thank you, Strider. Looking at the replay, how'd you like De Souza's form here, Potts?
Yeah, I mean, just a quick little in and out. Dusty deciding not to go. Look at that high line right there. Just gave it that extra little, grabbed that round, pulled it up a little tighter, and managed to get an exit. And as you said, looking to improve on a 5.17. Let's have a look. Dusty let that go with priority. De Souza said, you know what, I'm going to keep rolling the dice. It's inconsistent. Now he's in the barrel. Can see how high and tight he is. Came out relatively clean too, so.
Now back to Dusty Payne on an important ride. Driving through multiple sections, comes out clean. Backside wrap just to seal the deal, and he's got a little bit more room coming into the shallow section of the reef. Snaps it, flies away, and kicks out. An important ride at an important time. 4:30 remaining as Dusty tries to survive against one of the toughest competitors of all time. De Souza's last score, 4.0.
Situation remains the same. Dusty's still looking for that 6.84, which is a solid score out here today, Joe. 6.84. Let's have a look at Dusty. Takes off, grabs the rail, slides straight into it. Nice little cover up right there. Secondary section comes out and then fades down the bottom and unleashes a couple of good turns. So the judges will like that combination of the barrel to turns and then kicks out of that one. So 6.84 required by Dusty. 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. You can tell by how quick he got on the jet ski. I think he sort of thinks in the back of his mind he may need another score, Joe.
A solid approach for Dusty Payne, and we're talking about 10s, high 9s throughout the whole day today, but then you just remember the comparisons in this matchup. Dusty's form there wasn't one of the biggest waves of the day, but compared to what De Souza's been doing, it's a fair answer to try to get the lead, Potts.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got to look back at De Souza's first wave, that 6.17, maybe a little bit better. And scores dropping for Dusty. 5.84 on a pumping day at Cloudbreak. Seems like a no-brainer. Seems an easy thing to do. De Souza goes.
Minute 19 on the clock. De Souza locks in. It's a small barrel, but he makes it. Lays down a backside carve, straight up vertical for a nice clean combination. Key thing there was just holding off Dusty on that wave, but now Dusty's got a full minute in beautiful conditions at Cloudbreak to potentially try to find an answer back to upset one of the toughest guys in the draw.
Well, I'm going to stick my neck out and say that didn't improve De Souza's situation. So Dusty Payne, 5.48 on a day of 10-point rides. You would think that it's a no-brainer, but time is the enemy right now. 35 seconds to go. Dusty sees something now. Starting to make a move, Joe. Is it going to stand up for him? He needs a barrel.
Dusty Payne now thinking about taking this wave. 22 seconds, needs a 5.48. All drive, he needs something solid on the inside, and it's not going to give it to him. Dusty Payne goes down on the last wave, and Adriano de Souza will match up with Gabriel Medina in the first quarter final of the Fiji Pro. Our last two world champions will be going head-to-head on the top half of the draw.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, it's got to be frustrating for Dusty, knowing he needed a small score right at the end of that heat, Mother Nature not cooperating.